Morning, good afternoon. It's about 11 o'clock, so we'll go ahead and get started. Just so you know, we are recording this, so if you would not like to be on camera, go ahead and turn your camera off. We're going to go ahead and start in a nice seated position, sitting nice and tall, just beginning to prepare ourselves for class. You can go ahead and shut down your eyes if you'd like to. Just beginning to notice the inhales as they come in through your nose, down your throat, expanding your belly. And feeling your shoulders drop as you exhale. And a quick scan of your body as you focus on your breath. Just checking in for any areas that might have some sensation today, some tightness, soreness. And just being very curious as we continue our breath. Making sure you're allowing your belly to fully expand. Continue breathing. Go ahead and drop your chin down to your chest, elongating your neck as you continue to breathe. And then bringing one ear to one shoulder. You can gently reach that other arm down towards the ground if you want to intensify the stretch a little bit. Just breathing in deep. And then bringing chin through center, take it to the other side, ear to shoulder. And then just gently reaching the opposite arm down towards the floor if you'd like to. Bring your head back up. Placing hands on your knees. You're going to bring your chest forward towards your knees and then all the way back. So you're making a really big circle. Up to you how fast or slow they are. Paying special attention to any areas maybe in the hips or low back that might a little extra sensation, and go ahead and take it the opposite direction. And then sitting up nice and tall, go ahead and allow your arms to reach out in front of you as you stretch out your hips gently, allowing your head to come down. Just feeling that stretch through your hips, almost reaching your arms forward as you push your hips to the ground. And then gently making your way back up, you're going to switch the foot that's in front. So my right foot's in front, I'm going to put my left in front. Might feel a little bit awkward. Go ahead and sit up nice and tall, and then you're going to take yourself forward once again, feeling that stretch. Walking yourself back. Go ahead and place your feet on the ground, your knees bent. You're going to put your hands behind you. You can turn your fingertips to the side, backwards, or forward, whatever feels best. And then we're just going to go up into a tabletop, which is almost like a bridge. So push through your feet, Lift up. You let your head go back if you want to, pushing through your feet, and then go ahead and come down. Go ahead and wrap your arms around your shins, relax your forehead. We'll do that one more time. Maybe feeling a stretch in the back of your neck as you wrap around your legs. And then going into that reverse table one more time. Fingertips can go whichever way feels best. Pushing through the feet, pushing through the hands. Lifting up off of the ground. And then coming down. Go ahead and take your hands behind your thighs. Allow yourself to roll back as you scoop your belly, almost like you're doing cat. And then either reaching your arms out or you can reach them behind, lifting the chest for a counter stretch. Let's do that again. Bending the legs, reaching behind, allowing yourself to roll back as you pull your belly button into your spine, tuck your chin. And then opening up, either placing your hands behind you or just reaching to open your arms. Good. From here, we're going to swing it around to tabletop position on the hands and the knees. Going through a couple rounds of cat-cow. So exhaling for your cat, arching your back. And then inhaling as you sway and look up. Exhale. Matching it with your breath. No need to rush here. Really exaggerating movements to your spine. One more round. Then you're going to come up to your knees. You're going to take your right leg out to the side. And you're going to come to thread the needle. So right leg is extended. And then I'm going to take my left arm under to thread the needle. You can relax your head down on the mat if that works for you, or a block or a pillow or anything else you have. Just reaching that arm sideways and through, feeling that stretch to your inner thigh. And then bringing it up to the knee. You're going to take your hand on that leg that's extended and reach up and over. Trying to shine your chest up to the ceiling. Keep breathing. Bring that stretch to your side. Then placing the hand down to the floor or to a block, you're going to reach up and over the other direction. It's almost like you're pushing your foot down to the floor, reaching your arm up and over to the side wall. Take one more breath. And bring it back to hands and knees. Go ahead, if you need to kind of wiggle it out a little bit, taking your hips side to side. And then you're going to take your other leg out to the side and go through to thread the needle. Reaching that arm to the side wall, feeling that stretch through the inner thigh. And then gently bringing it up. You're going to take your hand on the leg that's extended. You're going to reach up and over. Again, trying to stack your shoulders one on top of each other. Feeling that nice stretch through your side. Then taking it the other way. So taking it down to the floor or block or anything if you need extra height. And then reaching up and over. Continuing to breathe. And bringing it back to your hands and knees. We're going to take it to our first downward facing dog. So curling toes under. Go ahead and press it up and back. Pedal out your feet. Feeling that stretch to the back side of the legs. Pulling your shoulder blades apart from each other. Feeling a nice stretch to the back. Go ahead and pull it forward to high plank, either on the knees or on the toes, keeping a nice straight body. And then press it back to downward facing dog. Do that again. Pull forward to high plank. You can drop your knees if you need to. And then exhale, push yourself back to downward facing dog. One more time. Pull forward to high plank. This time we're going to hold it, making sure that you're lifting your hips and not letting them sag or go straight up to the ceiling. Go ahead, if you want to drop your knees, we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the mat. Take your arms back behind you. Reach your palms to the floor, pinkies in. And then go ahead and lift your arms, lift your legs, keeping your gaze down at the mat. Think about someone pulling you from the crown of your head and from your toes in two opposite directions. One more breath. And then take it down and go ahead and take it to a cobra. Let's come into the elbows. Make sure you're pushing your pelvis or your hip bones down to the floor. Making sure not to overarch through your back. Hands by your side, going back to downward facing dog. Big exhale. We're going to do that sequence one more time. So pull forward to high plank. Again, you can drop the knees if you need to. Exhale, push yourself back. Pulling forward to high plank. So it's just a shift in my body, not my hands or feet. Exhale, push it back. One more time, pull forward to high plank. Lower yourself to the mat, elbows stay in. And then you can go up to your elbows, or if you're feeling a little more warm, you can go up to your palms. Again, just making sure you're pushing your hip bones into the ground to avoid straining your low back. Good. Taking it back to downward facing dog. Big exhale as you come back. You're going to take your right leg up, swing it forward, drop the back knee. So my right leg is forward. I'm going to put my left hand down on the ground and twist to reach up to the ceiling. If you want to make this a little more intense, you can come up off that back knee so that you're more of a high lunge. Or you can take it down to the knee, either way. Stacking shoulders, twisting, then placing your hand down, taking it back to downward facing dog, and then switching it out, left foot forward, drop the knee if you want to, right hand down, go ahead and twist and look up. So lower body is pretty stable here, just working through my core and my upper body to feel that twist. Good. Hand down, taking it back to downward facing dog. Take one more full breath. And then go ahead and slowly walk it all the way up to the top of the mat, taking your feet really wide here for ragdoll. So just allowing yourself to fall forward, hinging at the hips. Knees are bent a lot. Couple of options. You can grab opposite elbows. Sway side to side. If you're really flexible, you can put your hands under your feet for a little bit of a massage. Just allow your head to be upside down, feeling that traction through your neck. You're going to gently heel toe yourself back in to center, and in slow motion, as slow as you can, rolling all the way up to standing. Head should be the very last thing. I'm going to take a couple big shoulder rolls all the way up to the ears and back. And then reverse them, take them forward. Good. Reach your arms out, almost like you're doing a cat. So knees bend, hands touch, scoop your belly. Then I want you to open up. You can either reach open like this or interlace your fingers. Do that again. Exhale, hands meet, going into almost a standing cat, and then opening up. Take your right arm up to the ceiling, grab it with the left, and then gently pull over to the left side. Coming back to your breath if you've lost it.
Big deep breaths. And taking it, other hand, other wrist, taking it to the side, gently always stretching. Maybe a little bit of discomfort, but never pain. Good. And then placing your hands down by your side in mountain. We're going to go through a couple of sun salutations, so moving. Go and take a breath in, trying to match your breath with your movement. You're going to exhale, knees bend, fold in half. Halfway lift, you can use your shins or take your arms into an airplane, keeping your core really tight. Let's hold here for just a second. Knees are slightly bent. My torso is parallel with the ground. My arms are reaching back, so my shoulder blades are squeezing. And then I'm imagining a headrest against the back of my head, so I'm gazing straight down. Take one more breath. And then take it down to plank. Lowering down to the mat. And then taking it to upward facing dog or cobra on your inhale. Exhale, back down to downward facing dog. We'll do that one more time. Take one more breath. Let it go in downward dog. Look forward, step or hop to the top of your mat. Once you're there, give me that halfway lift, nice controlled core. Exhale, fold it forward. Rise all the way up. Hands to heart center. If you're a little behind or ahead of me, that's completely okay. Deep breath in, reach up, take your time. Exhale, fold in half, soft knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Take it to your high to low. So from plank to the floor. In upward dog or cobra on the inhale. Then we're going to take it back to downward facing dog. This time, right foot comes forward for warrior one. So my front foot is forward, my back foot is at an angle, making sure that that foot is connected to the floor. Then I'm going to lean into that front leg, trying to push that knee forward. And then finally, you can add the arms if you'd like to here. See if you can lean more, bend that knee a little bit more, tucking your pelvis under so you're not arching through your low back. Reaching up. Feeling that difference from the front and the back, and then opening to two. So back foot is even with the back of the mat, reaching forward, trying to keep this knee pushing back. Flip your palm, reverse, reach up and back for reverse warrior. And then you're going to take it to side angle. So resting your elbow, taking it up and over. A couple other options here. If you want to make it a little more challenging, let that arm drift in front of the leg. Or you can bind your arms to connect under if you have that option. Stay for one more breath. Reverse, take it up and back. Then you're going to straighten out that front leg. You're going to reach your arm forward. When you can't reach anymore, you're going to allow the hand to come down to the shin, to a block, and then you're going to twist and look up. So both legs are straight here. I'm pushing my hips back to the back of the mat, and I'm reaching that arm up. Take one more breath. And then take your hands down to the mat. Take it back to plank, lowering yourself down with control, taking it through your upward on the inhale. Exhale, take it back. This time, left foot comes forward for that warrior one. Giving yourself that time to adjust as you get into that position. No need to get there immediately. Again, making sure that back edge of the back foot is connected to the mat as you lean forward into that front knee. Then opening to two. So pivoting that back foot. Reaching arms forward and backward. Flip the palm, reverse, reach up and back. Keeping the knee bent. Then you're gonna take it forward to side angle. Remember, you have other options like letting the arm come down. Staying strong through the legs, squeezing the glutes. And then reverse it again. Go and straighten your leg. Reach your left arm as far as you can go. And then tip forward into triangle. So pushing the hips back to the back of the mat, opening the chest to the side wall. Take one more breath. And then go ahead and take it back to a child's pose. Take a little reset. Take your knees wide, allow yourself to come down. Maybe your heart rate has come up just a little bit. Feel that in your chest as you come back to your breath. Coming back up to your tabletop, go ahead and grab some of your weights. I have a couple options. If you have multiple weights and you have the ability to have other options except one, that's awesome. You can always do that too. I'm going to place the weight in my right hand and we're going to go into a bird dog. So we're going to extend out, core tight, bring it back in, touch the weight to the knee. Extend it out, nice and slow. Then bring it back in, touch the knee as you exhale. If the weight is too heavy, you can always drop it and just do it without a weight. Extend straight out, core is tight. Exhale as you come in. Two more. Reach and crunch. Last one. Reach and crunch. Then place that weight down. Any wiggling you need to do side to side, go ahead and take it. And then switching that weight to the other hand. So left hand, right leg extends. And when you're ready, go ahead and lift up. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach flat back. Exhale, bring it in. Keep it going, your own pace. Two more. Big reach out straight. Exhale to center, last one. Reaching it out. Exhale. And then go ahead and place the weights to the side. Take your arms forward into puppy pose. So my hips stay high, a little bit different than a child's pose. And just stretching through your shoulders, your chest. Forehead can relax on the mat if you want to. And then you're gonna walk your hands all the way back. You're gonna sit on the balls of your feet, if that feels okay. Then you're gonna see if you can come up and balance. Just working on a little bit of balance and foot strength. You're gonna turn, see if you can turn to look to one side, holding that balance. So think about squeezing your legs together, find a focus point on the wall, and then bring it back to center. Take it the other direction, opening to the side wall. Get back to center, and then you'll slow motion roll to standing position all the way up. And then once you're there, you'll go ahead and grab your weights. Going into a crescent lunge, so right forward, left back. My heel is up on this one. All we're gonna do first is go down, drop the knee, up, squeeze the glute. Now you don't have to completely straighten that back leg. You can keep a little bit of a bend in it, squeezing the glute. This time we're gonna add a bicep curl. Watch me. So going for a curl and back up. Got it. Making sure that back leg is working too, so not all the work in that front leg. Exhale. Inhale. Got it. Making sure you're not rocking, using any momentum on that bicep curl. Got it. Keep it going. 3 more. Here's 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring your feet to the front. Gonna have your feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little more narrow. Gonna place those weights at your shoulders, and you're gonna sit into a chair pose. So chair is just like you're sitting into a chair, chest is lifted. All we're gonna do here is add a shoulder press. So stand and press, weights down, sit it back into your chair and pause. Exhale up. Sit it back into your chair, keeping your chest lifted. Going at whatever pace feels good to you. Nice and controlled. So you're really spending about a second or so in that chair position at the bottom. You got it. Three more. Got this. Pressing through the feet. There's 2. And 1. Beautiful. Good job. Take that left leg forward, right leg back into crescent. Starting with just the lunge. You're dropping that knee down. Coming back up and squeezing. Dropping it down. For this one, we're going to add a lateral raise. Looks like this. Taking it down and out. Elbows stay a little soft. Keep breathing. Exhale. Nice job, you guys. Making sure that back leg is still working. Squeezing the glutes. Use your breath. Here's 3. Here's 2. 1 more. And 1. Taking it back to the top. Shake those legs out. Gonna go into 1 more set of the chair with press. If you'd like to take out the press, if that's too much today, you can do that. Sitting down into your chair, trying to even out the weight on both feet, and then up and press. Take it down, exhale, up and press. Good. 8 more. There's 8, 7, 6, last 4. Here's 3. Here's 2. And 1. Good. Gently place those weights to the side. Take 1 foot in front and go ahead, turn your toes to the side. Hands on your waist. You can gently look up, press your hips forward, squeeze your glutes. And then go ahead and fold in half for straddle fold. Allowing your head to hang. You can cross, grab elbows if you want to here, maybe a little side to side. Go ahead and walk your hands over to the right, bend that right knee. You can stay just like this. My left foot, the toes are facing forward. Or if you'd like to come down lower, you can come down to the ball of your foot or your heel and let your toes go up to the ceiling. Added challenge would be to come up from here and balance on the ball of your foot. So lots of options. Going for that stretch on the inner part of the thigh. Trying to relax those muscles around your knee. And gently, you're going to take it over to the other side. Same thing. You can stay up really high with that knee bend and the toes on the right foot going forward, or you can drop it down to the ball of the foot, allowing for the toes to go up to the ceiling. And last but not least, if you want to come up and try and hold that balance, you can do that too. Taking some nice deep breaths. Coming back to breath. And back to your straddle fold. You're gonna go ahead and pivot back to the front of the mat. You're gonna bring your left foot up so it's pretty close to the right foot. I'd say maybe towards the middle of the mat or a little bit closer. And then we're gonna go into a pyramid. So if you need something to help you out, like a block, or maybe you have your weights that you can use, you can do that. Allowing for yourself to come forward. Working through the back of that front leg, the hamstring, the calf. Allowing gravity to do the work here. Good, and then bringing it back to the top of the mat. Go ahead and take that right foot back. Straightening out that front left leg. Going into your hamstring stretch or your pyramid. Breathing deep into the back of the leg. One more breath. Then you're going to bring it to a seated position, keeping those weights close by. We're going to start with boat pose. So we're going to sit on our sit bones, those bony parts on your pelvis. And then you're going to lift your chest, pull your shoulders back, and you're going to lift up your feet. So that's level one right there. Level two, if you'd like to extend your legs, keeping that chest lifted, you can. Lots of options here. Chest lifted, the more you lean your torso back, the harder it's going to be. Keep breathing, holding for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take your legs straight out in front of you. Reach up, and then just come forward for a forward seated fold. You can place your hands beside your legs if you're unable to go for feet or ankles. Just allowing yourself to fold at the hips, allowing your head to drop. Bring your torso up. We're going to go into that boat pose one more time. So finding your sit bone. You can bring your feet up and stay right there. Or you can extend, keeping your chest lifted, holding, breathing for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time take your feet to butterfly position. You can kind of play with if you want your feet closer in or further out. Sitting up nice and tall, and then allowing yourself to come forward. You can gently use your elbows to press on the insides of the legs if that feels okay. And again, just letting your head be heavy. Go ahead and extend your right leg. Take your left up and over, hand behind, go for a gentle twist. Then turning back forward, you're gonna bend that bottom leg. Letting the knees kind of rest on top of each other as best you can. Keeping both hips down, allow yourself to fold forward. Feeling that stretch on the outside of the hip. Coming back to breath if you lost it, sending those inhales to that hip. And bringing it back up. You're gonna take your left leg and extend it right over, sit up nice and tall, then going for the twist over the shoulder. Coming back forward, go ahead and bend that bottom leg. Crossing as best you can, close to the knee, keeping both of your hips on the ground, and then allowing yourself to bring your hands forward, and that may be just enough of a stretch for you. Feeling that stretch through that right hip. Then unraveling, you're gonna take your legs out straight, grabbing one of your weights, or you can grab two. We're gonna use them for some roll-up sit-ups. So we're gonna have the weight, we're gonna roll down one single vertebrae at a time. I'm gonna extend that weight so it's above my chest. I'm gonna take a big inhale, exhale, I'm gonna roll all the way up as best I can, and then reach that weight up to the ceiling. And then I'm gonna scoop out my belly, go back one vertebrae at a time, all the way down. When my shoulder blades touch, I'm gonna exhale and go right back up the other way. Feel free to add a second weight if you want to on this one. Really slow and controlled. Trying to go one vertebrae at a time. Exhale as you roll up, pressing up to the ceiling. Good, we'll go one more time, roll it all the way down. Last one. Exhale, roll slow using your core. Reach up, and then go ahead and come all the way back down, placing that weight over gently to the side. Go ahead, place your feet by your bottom. You're gonna go into one bridge. So go ahead and glue your low back into the mat before you lift up into your bridge. Pressing your feet away from your bottom, squeezing your glutes to try and lift up. If you want to try alternating, lifting one leg at a time for a challenge, you can do that. Or you can stay right with your bridge, squeezing glutes, pressing into your feet, and then slowly taking it all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. And a nice big hug as you gently rock side to side. Go ahead and place your feet down on the ground. You're going to cross your right leg over your left. Take your arms out to a T position and let your legs fall to the left as you look over to the right. So right leg is on top, letting them go over to the left as I look to my right. Breathing into any areas that might be talking to you. Gently bring it back to center and allow them to fall over to the right as you look to your left. Then bring your legs back to center. Go ahead and switch. The left leg is on top. Legs go over to the right first as you look over to the left. And then taking them over to the left, gaze goes to the right. And then go ahead and bring it to center. Go ahead and take your feet up to the ceiling, bending your knees. And you can grab behind the legs and pull them down. You can grab with your 2 fingers for your big toes, pull them down. Just a little hip stretch called happy baby. Grab onto the backs of your knees, whatever works here. Rocking gently side to side, feeling that massage through your low back. And then gently just bringing your knees into your chest. Just letting them rock side to side before we prepare for our final rest. Go ahead and gently extend your legs out in front of you. Letting the insides of the feet roll up. Palms can face up to the ceiling, just letting everything feel really heavy. Connect with an inhale right here together. Exhale, final rest. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, waking your body back up. If you want, you can roll over to one side before we prepare to sit up. And then nice and gentle, we're gonna sit up. Take your time, there's no rush. Once you've gotten to your seated position, we're gonna take a couple rounds of breath together. On the inhales, inviting in anything that you'd like to take with you. Maybe it's patience, confidence, anything like that. And on the exhales, letting whatever you want to go. So together, take a big breath in to fill up your belly. Open your mouth, let it go. That one more time. Fill all the way up through the nose. Open your mouth, release. So glad you took the time for your mind and your body today, and to spend time with me. The light in me honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. Great job, you guys.
Thank you. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.